What is going on, friends, fam, and degens around the world? Web3 Nate here with my man, Simple Jack, a.k.a. Andrew the Sharp Man. We are missing Jan today. He is off in Hong Kong for a good friend's wedding. Shout out to our friend. We won't dox anybody here, but congrats. All the best. I think it's T-minus an hour and a half. Or actually, no, they're in Hong Kong time, so it's already started half hour ago. But congrats and all the best to you and your beautiful bride today. Congrats to us too. A nice big W forming on the candle here, or forming on the charts here to start the week. What do we got, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, pretty good price action since last week on Friday. We were hoping for a nice big bullish push, and the bulls have finally stepped up. So, it's nice to finally hit that double bottom. It was quite a nice pattern that rolled in, pretty much right on that 61.8 kind of fib zone. And, now we're kind of in the middle of the range here. Pretty much came up against these highs previously. Looks like we've kind of stalled a little bit, so there's a bit of resistance here. It does look like it is trying to form potentially another leg here. So really just have to kind of just let the play out at this point. But overall, pretty bullish so far. It seems like the market's rallying into this rate cut coming up pretty much tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm definitely still leaning on the bull side for Bitcoin here.
Exactly as
Ethereum as well. It's got a nice little double bottom here now. But same thing, it got pretty much held on that resistance of these previous highs. But I do think it is, if you go on like lower time frames, they are trying to shape out. So, yeah, I mean, overall, pretty bullish still. I mean, even in the altcoin space, I'm seeing a lot of like names popping off. We got W's and M's. So there we go. So we got double tops and the stablecoin dominance. We got lots of little W's coming in on the indexes. So I do think we're in a good window overall. And yeah, I mean, even equities are still breaking higher and higher. We even gapped up higher yesterday. And yeah, I mean, there might actually be a pullback here. That would kind of make sense. But yeah, I mean, I think we got bullish sales all the way up until the rate cut.
Yes, we got another 24, 36 hours till that happens there. What are you thinking upon the rate cut? I guess kind of two scenarios we're looking at. We'll take a look at poly market here and see what the markets think. But 25 basis points or 50 basis points. If we get to 25, is this going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event? Are people gearing up for trying to load up in case they do drop a 50% basis point cut? What do you see through the end of the week after the rate cut announcement?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 25 bips. And then as the market rallies into the event, like as we're seeing right now, then probably would be a sell-off is what I'm assuming. If not, then if we can continue, great. I'll keep looking for new setups. But yeah, I mean, if we get the 50 cut, then I think the markets would, rally a bit stronger probably. So it would be kind of like unexpected, but I do think it's probably just going to be 25, to be real.
Yeah, I think the market would agree with you. Poly market right now showing 98% chance of a 25% basis point decrease. 50 basis points get a 1% bid, and no change has a 1% bid. So, yeah, there's even a few people just under 1% that are bidding an actual a increase of the rates by 25 basis points. that would pay out pretty wild.
Yeah, that would be not bad. That's for sure.
What else we got on the charts here? I know you got pump up there. You were looking at a pump setup earlier this week.
Yeah, so this setup came in quite nice. We kind of front ran that W when it first came in, but luckily it pulled through. We got the bullish divergence. Was quite oversold here as well. So within the reload zone, and off we go essentially. So it's about 50% of this targeted range. So probably can move your stop to scratch if you're like perps trading. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it open until we either hit or hit our stops at scratch. But seeing a lot of like alts starting to kind of pop off, wake up here. So I do think we're in a friendly environment. But like again, like it just takes like one tweet from Trump to like kind of like push it all down. So be careful.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot going on this week, so expect a lot of volatility.
Yeah, a lot of earnings as well for some of the bigger tech stocks. But yeah, overall pretty bullish. Been buying up quite a bit of things. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how the market reacts, if this is the bottom or not. But got our bets in, so see how things go.
Well, if you can't wait for the next show on Friday to follow up with more charts, or if you want a more up-to-date live action on Andrew's calls, he's got a fantastic call group or Telegram group that you can join. I believe it should be in our description here. If it's not, we will post it with this video in the comments shortly here. But definitely go check that out. Give him a holler. He's got general market insights, calls on different tokens. Helps you get in early on stuff like point farming. You were super early on Lighter. Got a bunch of people in on Lighter early days. And things of that nature. So very, very cool. Definitely go check that out.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the shout out.
Of course. Anything else you want to cover? We want to dive into some news stories here.
I think we can jump into the news. I mean, most of the charts have kind of been very similar to how it looked on Friday. So just mostly letting the positions play out, and hopefully ETH and Bitcoin can continue here.
Patience, everyone. Patience.
Very bullish, though. I'm still very bullish. So let's see.
All right. Well, we got lots going on this week. Lots of reasons to be bullish. In the next week coming up here, so Monday, which was just yesterday here, quantitative tightening officially coming to an end. QE set to start very soon. Lots of speculation around, the 1.5 trillion set to be printed post rate cut. Now they do have their dates off here. The FOMC is not until Wednesday, I believe. Maybe should we triple check this?
It's on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, which is expected. If they do continue to cut rates, the Fed is going to have to start printing $1.5 trillion. Now, this was announced by JP Morgan, not the Fed officially. The logic or the reasoning behind that is bank reserves for in terms of what kind of cash is on hand. According to their metrics, their numbers, they like to keep it 10 to 11%. With the current rate cut, with the upcoming rate cut, they're going to be down under 10%, 9 point something is what they were. The breakdown of why the 1.5 trillion in printing is going to happen in the relatively near future. So they need to get more cash out there to get their model back in line with the 10 to 11% there. But anyways, why ever they're doing it means, and maybe, that $20 coffee might be coming, but at the same time, should also bring them Bitcoin pumps. U.S.-China deal is set to go. I think that's Friday, could be Thursday. These dates here, yeah. Mr. Nobler has got a few things off on his list here. But before the end of the week, U.S.-China deal is set to go into effect. However, Xi Jinping and Trump also meeting this week before that's going to happen. So could be some fireworks leading into the end of this week with some trade tariff news.
Yeah. No, I definitely see some shenanigans around that, most likely. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, sorry, maybe I got this wrong. So Saturday is the tariff deadline. U.S.-China meeting on Thursday to discuss that deal. So again, by the end of the week here, even if traditional markets are closed, crypto's open 24/7. It's like Walmart, except it doesn't close on Christmas. So regardless of what happens there, we're going to see some action, some volatility this week. S&P earnings, 500 earnings coming in. So there's a lot going on here. A lot of bullish stuff, or a lot of potentially bullish stuff. Also a lot of potential for buy the rumors, sell the news. As bullish as I am in the long term, short term, I am still expecting another pullback here down to kind of, at least the 104, maybe even a little bit lower to that 100 region. I think, we might have kind of seen the top there yesterday at, 116.5 leading into these rate cuts. So I don't know. That's kind of my theory right now. I think a lot of this bullish news that we're supposed to see this week has been front run already. I think if these things play out as expected, might not going to see a, liquidation type event where we lose, 10% in an hour, like we saw, 2.5 weeks ago. But, back down, sweep the lows before we hit all-time highs. I could be wrong. If we get back up, start closing above, 117, 118, I'll definitely start to flip my story around and be ready for moves higher there. But we will see. Just be prepared regardless of what your theory is. I think we can all agree there's going to be some volatility coming this week here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's just hope we're on the right side.
Yeah, I'm just going to be patient. I'm staying in spot deals, not playing with any leverage till we get some more certainty. And I don't play much with leverage anyways. I'm not much of a trader, but from time to time, I like to go gamble a bit.
Of course, it's always nice to have a little bit of extra leverage.
Yeah.
Well,
the gambles I'd like to completely off subject, but the gambles I'd like to get into is I'd like to get into some more pre-sale deals. I think despite pre-sales being dead, despite launch pads, basically closing up shop, venture model busted. I actually wrote a little piece on this published on LinkedIn and X the other day. If this cycle plays out how everybody, or at least the people in our circle that we're talking to with, all these massive rate cuts and money printing, the money market funds that are coming in, election year next year, all these positive things that show an extended cycle into next year. I do see pre-sales coming back at some point, but the difference is, most of the time when people start getting excited to allocate into pre-sales and deploy into pre-sales, it's when the market's already hot and pumping. By that point, if you're getting bullish on pre-sales, mid to late Q1, you're talking about projects you're investing in that are maybe going to launch in Q2, probably Q3. So at best, you're going to get your TGE allocation of 10 to 20%, maybe a little, 1 or 2 month investing on top of that before in the bear cycle again. Meanwhile, I'm looking to start investing in pre-sales now when all this stuff goes into effect and the markets are going to get bullish, into Q1, Q2. I'm already liquid. I've got 9 months of vesting already done. My tokens are ready to ape and they're ready to take some profits on and unlocked at that point. So I don't know. Are you at all bullish on pre-sales or have any appetite for ICOs or seed rounds?
I haven't for a while, for a very long time now. I still think maybe not the timing for it really, because if we are expecting the markets to kind of top out sometime in 2026. That doesn't leave us with a lot of time. So I think better to wait for that bear market to kind of roll in. And then when you're at the absolute max pain, where people are very depressed and there's just no interest, I think that's probably your best time to hunt for the cheaper deals.
Fair point. And yeah, definitely, millionaires are made in the bear market, not at the end of the bull cycle. But I'm talking about, if we have projects, there's a couple of projects TGing in November and December. Those are the kind of projects that I'd be interested in potentially taking a look at now, things that are going to launch within the next month or two before the end of the year. And we'll be able to get, at least half the vesting done before the projected bear market in 2026. But anyways, completely off topic there. What else we got? Speaking of the rate cuts, poly market, very, very heavily, almost $32 million in volume just alone on the 25 basis point decrease, 98% there, 98.3% it looks like, and only 1% on the 50 basis point decrease. So I think the market very, very confident in a just a standard 25 expected, no surprises coming out of the FOMC here in about 36 hours.
Yeah.
Something that was also a bit expected. I wonder if there was a poly market a pool for the Polymarket token. I don't think we covered this on Friday, but Polymarket officially confirming they're going to be launching a token. The Poly token and airdrop announced. This was, he screenshotted it. I don't know, see the date on there, but within the last couple of days here, I've seen a couple people tweeting about this. So if you have been a big Polymarket user, we got a couple buddies that like to use Polymarket quite a bit. Congrats. You probably got an airdrop coming your way. The Poly token going to be out soon. I don't know what the utilities are going to be for that or what the purpose other than potentially a cash grab. But good luck, everybody. Hope you get the airdrop.
It's airdrop season, baby. Let's get it.
Airdrop season. I don't know. I most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, airdrops are just bearish actually for the project. Most of the airdrops I see end up hurting the project more than it helps them. So I don't know about if I'm a big fan of that or not. But
yeah,
not
really been really like hyper liquid that did okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find, I got a story here somewhere. Apparently, is this it? No, that's not it. Too many damn stories open here. Well, forget it. I'll just tell you. Here we go. Yeah, CZ coming for Polymarket. Apparently, he's launching his own new prediction market, Opinion Labs XYZ. Pretty shitty name, if you ask me. But backed by YZI Labs, which is Binance CZ's kind of like incubator fund there, with $5 million in funding. Launched the number 0 points and a leaderboard, giving away 100,000 points every week. So kind of taking the hyperliquid model for the prediction markets, trying to get people to come on there. Same thing, same model, same plan, at least today with Aster. We'll see if it goes any better than Aster has. But there's a lot of two big competitors, at least in the predictions market with Kalshi and Polymarket. As far as I understood, Kalshi is actually kicking Polymarket's ass at the moment. So interesting to see that CZ is throwing his hat in that race as well. But at the same time, understandable. The only thing making significant revenues right now are prediction markets and hyperliquid or perp dex is two forms of gambling basically.
Anything with leverage.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, where this is another story on hyperliquid. There's a different one I'm looking for here. Yeah, check this out. 33% of all blockchain revenue is currently captured by hyperliquid right now. A single company.
Wow,
that's huge. 33% of all blockchain. That's insane. Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense why Binance and CZ, not a stupid man, going after the most lucrative, most liquid aspects of our industry. So you can see here, Robinhood buying up Hyper like crazy. Hyper now outpacing Solana and Aster on the platform. But looks like CZ's going back to the old playbook here, coming for Polymarket, just like he did for Hyperliquid. We'll see how successful he is at that. I think the predictions market is going to has a better potential to be disrupted than the perp dex market. I think from a perspective of Hyperliquid, it has much more potential to be sticky for customers. Yeah. The tech matters a lot more than if you're just betting on whatever random pools.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of funny. He's trying everything, perp dexes, prediction markets. Keeping on with the game.
He wants it all, baby. He wants it all. He wants all the smoke.
Yeah, so I'm sure people will bet on it. You're betting on CZ's name essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's coming after all the big guys, all the lucrative, most lucrative aspects of our industry, and he's got the infrastructure, he's got the marketing machine, and he's got the cash to make it happen. So, typically, not a good guy to bet against. Whether or not he, completely disrupts the market or just gets a big enough market share that he can make money. He's typically, it right in the pack.
Yeah.
Other big news today, ETFs going live for Solana, Litecoin, and Hedera. I think we talked about the Solana before. I hadn't heard about Litecoin and Hedera. I didn't know. Had you heard about.
I didn't hear about Hedera, but I knew about Litecoin.
Okay. Yeah, big stories here. Officially announcing SEC approves Solana ETF, the B Sol from Bitwise Invest, coming to Wall Street. It's like go live today, starts trading tomorrow. So tomorrow you will be able to go buy Solana and get access to the shitcoin network on all your favorite stock exchanges or your brokerages. Woohoo. Congrats for Solana and congrats for all of us. The other one, Canary for HBAR. I believe Canary is also, HBAR is also, custody of BitGo and Coinbase. That starts trading on the 28th, so that'll be later today. And then the Litecoin one also today, I believe. So, massive news on the traditional markets fronts. If we're seeing coins like Litecoin and Hedera getting ETFs,
Yeah.
I mean, anything in the top 50 could have their own ETF very, very shortly.
Yeah, definitely. It's just interesting to pick Hedera.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that one, but all right, is what it is. We'll take it. It's bullish. What have we seen an ETF, not an ETF, a fund, tradable like money market fund or mutual fund of these ETFs yet?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I'd imagine that's coming soon. The more we get of these, you're going to have one that's bundled up. It probably basically follows the traditional what everybody marks up. Okay, 60% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum, 10% this, 10% that, a mix of top altcoins. I'd imagine someone's going to open up an ETF following that pattern once there's enough traction on these ETFs, which we're getting very close. It looks like.
Yeah.
What else? Berkshire Hathaway, $344 billion in cash. It's enough to buy 474 companies in the S&P 500. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
You could buy out like 80% of the S&P 500.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Nice.
Wow.
It must be nice to sit on that much cash right now.
You got to imagine this is, this cash. We keep seeing talks about the M2 being all the way at insane levels. We've got, the money market funds with $7.5 trillion sitting it. I mean, at some point that dam's got to break.
Yeah.
Some of that's got to come to crypto. I mean,
it should technically it should come back to all of our risk assets, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, that's hard to imagine not at some point, whether it's, in the short term before the end of the year, early Q1, or whether it drags out much longer into 2026, you got to imagine we're getting some sort of blow off before this is all over.
Yeah.
I don't understand people that are calling the top's already in at this moment, but they're out there. They are out there.
Yeah, I don't think we're quite top just yet, but I mean, like I said, I feel like we're getting closer to some kind of end here, some kind of big pivot.
I agree, closer to the end than we are the beginning, for sure. But that being said, this we could be still 9 months to a year away from, the bear market.
Yeah, I mean, we still have all of 2026. So,
yeah. This is a chart we've looked at before. I've seen more and more and more people talk about it, and the MACD has officially crossed on the monthly for alts versus Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And if you look historically when that's happened, and it doesn't immediately fire off. So back here in leading into 2018, took about 2 to 3 months before we saw that upside. But then you had about a year, almost straight up. Obviously some sideways and dips in between, but I think there's 12 or 13 candles, 12 candles after the cross there. Same thing again, previous cycle here. Saw, a month or two for a little pump, a dip, and then a rip again. And this here is like 14 months post bullish cross, 14, 15 months before we saw the final top. Just got the cross here at the end of October. So could be seeing, doesn't mean we need to explode immediately and see alts run against Bitcoin. But, maybe coming into the end of the year, 2026, where we start seeing some serious action, which again could run for 6, 9, 12 months. So who knows?
That'd be nice, dude.
This would be retirement scenario.
Yeah, fuck. Like, dude, these alts have been like super underperforming. It would be nice to get some life back.
This is the scenario. This is the scenario Jan doesn't want to see, because then he's gonna have to deal with all of us employees having way too much money.
But we'll all be rich together. It's okay.
Exactly.
It'll be okay.
Exactly. What else here? Brian Armstrong coming out with some really bullish statements around stable coins, partnering with Citibank to explore making it easier for clients to use digital assets, unlocking power of stable coins, improving on-off ramp. All this is going mainstream. We keep seeing more and more and more of this. All the major banks in the US and pretty much everywhere outside of Europe. Europe is the only place really that's it's still enforcing draconian measures against crypto. But US, China even started to come online a little more with crypto. But major onboarding. We are, I would imagine, months away from being able to walk into our bank with cash, onboard it directly into crypto, hold assets directly in our bank accounts via crypto assets in our bank accounts. And having the overall banking rails. This will probably take a little bit longer, but when stable coins are truly implemented, the SWIFT system, IBAN system, how money is moved around is going to be drastically changed, drastically more efficient. And not that the banks need it, but if it is quite a bit more profitable as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's so much easier to deal with, right?
Easy, well, for the most part, easier, faster, etc. Has the potential to be, and technically, yes, it is. But great example. 2 nights ago, I was working on Sunday night. I was working on moving some funds around, kind of checking up on some old investments and things of that nature. Some new tokens I wanted to speculate on, and sometimes DeFi just doesn't work how it's supposed to. I've been trading crypto for a while, longer than this, but I've been full-time, 24/7 in crypto for more than 5 years. And the fact that I still run into issues where I want to throw my computer through a wall for something as simple as trying to buy a token is an issue. We need to fix this. We need to fix this. Because yes, I mean, if I want to send money home and I'm going to wire transfer it, it's going to cost me $25, $50 to send, whatever, $100 to $1,000 or whatever. And it's going to take days. And if it's a weekend or a holiday, good luck. Meanwhile, I can ping anybody in the world, USDT, USDC, Bitcoin, whatever, in seconds, if not minutes, with almost no fees at all. So the potential is there. We just need to, as far as developers go and builders in the space, we need to step our shit up. This is getting old. We're tired of having the same conversation around DeFi tools. And it is the best technology out there, but the front end is absolute dog shit. And we're not going to get anywhere until we can fix that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
All right. So personal venting bitch session's over. What do we got? I don't know. Some random bullish stories here. IBM launching crypto services. This is massive. Again, 2 years ago, this wouldn't have even been possible in the United States, but they're going to be now helping businesses with custody and payments. Should be live by the end of the year. Again, this is the kind of thing that we'll be able to continue to see massive adoption, not just from the banks and the big custody providers, but this is where we start to see everyday businesses be able to come in, people that don't have the money like a Walmart or an Amazon or a Google to build out their own internal crypto department that handles all this. We'll have the services available. So everything from mom and pop shops to, larger SME or even large enterprise businesses can start to take advantage of and use the different crypto rails, which, again, Ethereum probably is going to be the biggest breadwinner of all that happening. A large portion of these transactions can be carried out on Ethereum. So might want to fill up a bag.
I'm down. I mean, I've been waiting for Ethereum to hit 10K for this entire cycle.
That's how we see it. I still don't think that's out of the question for this cycle, man.
It's not too far from here. It's like a 2x. You're like, come on, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
it's like
100%. 100%. Again, this kind of chart kind of talks about all the opportunities with tokenization. It's not just stable coins, although, that is going to be a huge portion of the tokenization market, but everything from real estate, equities, funds, fixed incomes, lending and credit, treasury, liquidity, derivatives, alternative investments, hedge funds, things of that nature. Everything that we do with finance currently is going to come into stable coins and tokenization at some point. Just a matter of time. We see a lot of people fighting here. Say, Radium, a lot of big, L1s, L2s, different platforms representing L1 and L2s.
Where's the warships? There should be a category for warships.
Warships? Yeah, that's it's just our homeboy. He's going to be over here in his own category. Tokenized warships, baby. Hey, when we're billionaires, we're going to do dumb shit like that too.
Yeah, I don't know.
The crazy thing is, like, this guy's not dumb. He's extremely smart. He probably will find a way to make money tokenizing battleships. Like, that's the hilarious part about this. Norway, speaking of our crypto billionaire friends, so Norwegians buying more Bitcoin through MSTR. More people bullish on Bitcoin, more adoption, more nation states coming in. Hard to be bearish right now. Bears are wrecked.
Yeah, I do still lean on the bull side for sure. I think the damage is done already. Like, that nuke was like pretty epic.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's more selling left, but for now things are looking pretty decent. So
yeah, until we get a bunch more liquidity, it'll be hard to have a major, fast flash crash like that. But
yeah,
definitely could see a little retrace here.
Yeah.
Anyways, lots coming up this week. Just kind of like, I guess, call it a preview live stream. Not a lot of results, but a lot of things to put on your radar here. Excuse me, for the week. By Friday, we'll have some answers for some of this. Everyone will have the rate cut news for sure. We'll hopefully know a little bit more about the U.S.-China deal. We might have, I don't think the S&P earnings will come after we do our live stream, but we'll have Jan back, get some more insights on that. Hopefully also have some new M&A and OTC deals we can discuss with you guys as well. So, well, cool. Awesome. That's it for us, guys. Hope you have a good start to your week. Hope you have a good finish to your week. We'll be back with you on Friday with more charts, more follow-up on all these stories we covered today, and maybe some new M&A OTC news for you. Till then, take it easy, and we'll chat more soon. Later.
Take care, guys.